I don't want to start the podcast like this, but we're going to. It's been tough to stay positive, guys, with everything going on. I'm seeing all the fires happening out west. I'm seeing a lot of friends and colleagues in the industry and people I look up to that are suffering from these insane fires. I cannot imagine what that must be like. We have fires here in Colorado. We've been dealing with a lot of smoke and stuff, but where I'm located, it's kind of like not in the mountains. I'm like in, I look at the mountains. I'm out in a field basically. But even just the smoke and stuff here, like, and I guess a lot of the smoke we've been experiencing here is from the West Coast, I guess, blowing over, which is pretty fucking wild when you think about it. But hope if any of you guys watching this are out there. I hope you're safe. Hope your family is safe. Man, it is just absolutely devastating. What, 2020? Are we all just going to wake up? But that was a crazy dream, because this shit does not seem real. I mean, the next thing that would probably happen is like an alien invasion. Oh, I already have a paper out. We got 2 now. We'll pack 2 joints. I need weed. Smoking some GMO today, everybody. Jeez, I didn't even start this right. Okay. What's up, everybody? This is episode 29 of the podcast. Today, we're going to just be hanging out, smoking, and I had an agenda, but I kind of just got frazzled before this fucking podcast with my wife. She was a little stressed leaving the building, and now I don't even know what's happening. So I need to smoke a joint and calm down and figure out what the fuck I'm doing, but you guys are going to do this with me. It's like one of my live videos. I just flick it on, and you guys see me try to figure out life. But today, we're paying for this one, and we're filming it. So, but we're going to be smoking some GMO. This flower is so wild looking. It's like these like little fingers. So that's like how you know it's GMO though, almost before you even smell it, because at the dispensaries, because of the whole pandy going on, you can't actually open jars and smell anything at any of the dispensaries. They're kind of keeping everything closed up. So you kind of just have to look and be like, I want that one. Hope it's good. You can't even smell it. But with GMO, I get it a lot because it's consistent. Like, you know what you're getting, at least. Sometimes weed will look really good too, and then you smoke it and it's not really great in a joint. So you load it up in the bong. But we're doing a tie-dye pre-sale right now, and I think today is actually the last day. It's Sunday. I mean, we're filming this on Thursday, but this comes out on Sunday. So we have the tie-dye pre-sale going. We have the hoodies like I'm wearing right here with the new Bear Mountain logo, and this bear on the face right here is actually the emote that we use on Twitch. So that's the new emote. We also have t-shirts that come in a variety of colors and stuff. So if you guys haven't ordered those, make sure you go to our website and pick out what you like and get that pre-order in. The prices are really, really good on these. We kept these tie-dyes like super affordable compared to like what other people's tie-dyes I feel like are going for. And these are all made locally by our friends, Lively Vibes. And they assured me that this shit won't fade. We're going to test it. I'm going to put these through the ringer. And I was like, guys, like I said, another episode, but I'm going to tell everyone they're just not going to fade. I hope you don't, put me in a position where everyone's like, bro, my shit's fading. We'll see. There'll be that one person out there that just tries to make it fade though, right? Just to be funny. But yeah, you can find all those on bmsglass.com. As long as like there'll also be like mood mats, sticker packs, all that stuff on there. Check it out. Hope you guys are doing good today. It's been really chilly in Colorado where I'm at. A lot colder than we were ready for. We don't even have the heaters in the studio or anything yet. We were still set up for that warm weather because usually September in Colorado is pretty hot. It's honestly sometimes one of the hottest months of the year is fucking September here. It's like our second summer. It's wild because I'm from upstate New York originally. In September, it's already cold and dreary usually. But I gotta stop hitting this fucking mic. What am I doing here? But yeah, it's been a bit chilly, but next week's supposed to warm up, and we're excited for that because it's not super. It's like nice with the hoodie weather when you're blowing glass, but if it's like so cold that like I don't know, your feet start getting cold and stuff, you start getting uncomfortable. You're not as motivated to work those, 12, 14-hour days. You more just want to work like 8 hours, and then by 8 o'clock at night be all snuggled up on the couch watching a movie, drinking hot cocoa. So to keep that motivated, we got to keep it cozy out here, at least keep it comfortable. Yeah, but does some people say comfort kills creativity? Is that true? It might be in some ways. I don't know. When I've been really stressed out and had a lot of like a big workload, or I was like trying to figure out how to pay my bills years ago and just hustling and working my ass off, I don't know if I felt super creative. I think for me, I need to be able to have like a clear head that I can like actually find that creative path where I create something new. Um, if for me, if I'm like super stressed out, I'm maybe more focused on just grinding out to make like money to save us because we can't pay this bill, or like something happened or whatever. When I create my best work, I feel like it's when I'm like comfortable. I've like my wife's in a good mood, like, it's just a nice day out. I'm just feeling happy. I'm feeling grateful. And then when I start feeling like that, then I just want to make something that's just exciting and fun, because I know when I try to make this really technical thing, if I'm in that headspace where I'm just happy and excited, even if it doesn't work out, I'm going to be in the right headspace to like get through it and learn something and not let it ruin my day. Whereas if I go in to build a really complex piece and I'm like stressed out or angry or have anxiety, that might reflect into the piece. And then if it breaks or something, I'm going to let it consume me. I don't know. That's one thing as a glass blower we got to watch out for. You can't not let that piece you broke consume you or affect your loved ones around you, because we're all guilty of it for the most part. We've all had those builds or those days something breaks, and then you go inside and someone's trying to calm you down, and you're just angry and you're not being fair to them, and it's just really not fair to anyone. But I guess you could use that for like a lot of things, right? Don't let that bad day at work consume you and ruin your family's night, or don't let that bad day of you'll lose the fucking basketball game and then go home and ruin everyone's day. I guess that's just life, right? Is that us just being compassionate and aware of other people and realizing that just because we're having a bad day doesn't mean that everyone else should have a bad day? We're all guilty of it. I mean, used to go, like, I swear, like, sometimes I'd get upset, like, years ago, and just post it on Instagram. Just look like an idiot. But you live and you learn, right? I see people still do it. And I know that, I don't think they're an idiot. I'm just like, I've been there, though, man. I've been there where you're so upset that you just want to tell the world. It's tough. Not calling anyone an idiot for doing that. I'm just saying myself personally, that's what I was. But again, I do like the fall. I like the cool weather. Hoodie weather's nice, but it's just when it starts getting into those like 20-degree weather. Once it drops out of the 30s, that's when I'm like, all right, I'm good. Not so cold. God, this GMO stinks. It smells like cat piss and gas. And so that's how you know you want to smoke it. The other night I was in live and someone was like, so like, what's your favorite strain? And I was like, oh, I really like, stuff that has like those fuel terps, like gasoline, like when you're in at the gas pump and you're pumping the gas and you smell that fuel, that dinosaur juice. Like, that's what I want to smoke. That's the terp. And I said this line to him that an old guy said to me years ago, and I stole it from him, and now I say it because I want to be a cool old guy someday. Because I used to like all those fruity flavored terps. So what I said to him was like, oh man, like I like, stuff that I like to smoke weed that tastes like weed. If I want to eat a grape or a strawberry, I'll eat a grape or a strawberry. I'm not going to smoke weed that tastes like that. But I was just more joking because I love the terps. I'll smoke all the terps. But when I was like a grower and I was really into like all the fucking genetics and stuff, I mean, I still am, but like when that was like my whole life and what I was into, someone's going to make a comment. I've never seen someone pinch weed before they put it in a cone. And even if they weren't, now someone will, because I said that. But when I was a grower, I was like all like about the terps, obsessed with it. And I remember I was talking to an older guy that's been growing for like 40 years or something like that. And I was showing him all these clones I had and these genetics, and I was having him smell jars of flour. And he wasn't impressed by any of this crazy shit I had. I had like all these crazy TGA genetics that smelled like, lemons or berries. Like I had plush berry, Jack the Ripper, and like these strains just smelled crazy, like Time Rack, just Quirkle, like all these crazy terpy strains. And I was showing him all these flavors, and he's like, I don't want. He's like, if I wanted to eat a fucking grape or eat a strawberry, I'd eat a grape or strawberry. If I'm smoking weed, I want to smoke weed. I want it to taste like weed. I want that like fuel, that gas, that earthy tones. I'm like, all right. So, but back then I didn't grow anything like that. I only grew all different fruits because I was so like interested in like how this fucking plant is creating these like smells that smell just like this fruit or just like this. I'm like, how the fuck is it doing that? Just got so into it, and it's like you start learning how like the plant actually creates certain terpenes that like when you smell a cannabis strain like super lemon haze and you smell that lemon in there, like that lemon smell you're smelling is actually the same terpene that lemons creates, that limonene. It's the same chemical. It's like, how does this plant create all these different terpenes that all these different fruits have? I mean, it's pretty incredible. So that's where I got obsessed with the terps, because I was like, there's so many terps. And then you mix other terps together, and then you create other flavors, terps on terps on terps. I don't even know. Either way, I do miss growing for that part of it. Is just the pheno hunting and finding new terps and showing the homies, like, dude, you got to see this cut I got. I popped this seed. I found this crazy pheno, whatever. Miss it. It was fun. I don't even really hang out with growers anymore or talk to any of the old growing homies. You know, as you grow up, people kind of just move in different directions, not because people are mad or don't like each other, but just because life and people grow and things change. But I do miss like talking to all the different growers and stuff. I hopefully eventually that's what we'll do on here too. We'll have different growers and stuff come on and just talk about like, you know, all the different like experiences as far as like with pheno hunting and like crazy terps they've found before. And I have different hash makers that want to come on here and bring some jars of hash and do some dabs and talk about their experiences and stuff like that. So we'll do lots of fun stuff like that. But I like to do these solo podcasts too. They're a fun way to just kind of catch up with you guys and vent and think about the week. It's like that virtual journal. It's weird. Instead of writing it down, I talk and reflect right here on camera, and then I fucking post it to the internet. Okay, this joint's finally packed a GMO. All right. These hoodies too that we did are a little bit thicker this time because it's a little bit cooler out. So we did the little bit thicker hoodies. The other ones we dropped are a little bit lighter, more for that like that summer hoodie. I personally like the lighter hoodies usually just because I sweat really easy. But man, this one is so comfortable. It's still like really form fitting, but it feels like thick. It's the best way I could explain it. Got this really cool piece on the table. It's Blue Stardust Mystique Fade. Really, really cool fade of like that sparkly dark blue fading into that like creamy, like bright Mystique. And it's all crushed opal. Might be hard to see on camera, but crushed opal usually is. It's kind of like an in-person thing where you're like, whoa, the sparkle. And this was a piece that someone scooped up, but I'm going to sesh it on the podcast today and share it with you guys. There's a little hair on there. Man. First joint of the day. Just enjoying it and feeling it already after just a couple hits. GMO is such a potent strain. At least for me. Like anything. Got a little Scooby Snacks in there. You get used to it over time. But the GMO, I've been able to just keep smoking it and still getting all the same effects from it, not having it be so it's not like I'm not like getting like used to it. What's the word, guys? Tolerance. I'm not building up a tolerance to the GMO yet. So really digging it. Today I'm working on finishing up some crushed opal pieces. These are like some of the last crushed opal pieces I'm doing for a little bit. I've done a bunch recently, and I have had a lot of really awesome collectors that have reached out for like, you know, people have been waiting for customs or whatever forever, and now that their names have finally come up, people are like, oh, I want crushed opal. So I've been just doing so much crushed opal lately on top of, the big Sunday sale I did and stuff. And I love doing crushed opal, but I'm ready like anything to take a little break from it because it's very difficult, and I've had to remake a lot of pieces just because it's got a little finicky sometimes with doing certain welds and certain shapes. And I mix crushed opal with so many different colors. Like I think that we've probably done crushed opal over more colors than anyone. I don't want to. I mean, I'm pretty sure our industry is pretty small, so it's not like that hard of a thing to say. But we've done crushed opal over a ton of colors and fades and stuff, and certain colors react differently to crushed opal, and some colors don't like it, and it'll just like reject it, explode, whatever. And then me being really like hard-headed and having too much pride, I just say no, we can do it, and then I just keep trying it till it works, and eventually it works. But these crushed opal pieces have been really taxing on me, so I'm going to be excited to get off them for a little bit and get on to just doing some other types of color work. I got to get back into some clear stuff. There's a ton of you guys out there that want clear RBRs because there hasn't been a clear RBR drop in like 2 months. It's been a long time, I know. I honestly just got it all caught up with me. I was just losing like grip on, I feel like, certain parts of my life because I was so drained from working nonstop for so many years on huge drops. And I kind of had to be like, all right, your kid's 2 years old now. Before your kid was born, you're like, I got to get this done so that I have more time to hang out with the wife before the kid gets here. And it seems like I constantly say that, and all of a sudden my daughter's 2. So I'm like, okay, I need to figure some shit out because nothing's changing. Nothing changes if nothing changes. So I got to make some fucking changes. It's what it is. So yeah, we haven't done a big clear drop in a bit. We do have some coming up, but the main thing for me right now is to just focus on quality of life and taking care of the family. Responsibilities. Growing up's weird, isn't it, guys? It's super weird. All the expectations, all the things you thought that were going to happen or you just expected to happen. I have friends that are the same age as me right now, and a lot of them, they did everything. They graduated high school, they did well, they played sports, they went to college. They found a significant other, they got married. They made a life, and maybe it's not exactly, things are just falling apart for them, not working out the way they thought it would. They just expected a lot of things to just, there's a lot of expectations. I wonder sometimes if that was like our parents and stuff, or maybe not even our parents, but maybe just the way things were on TV coming up, growing up, even on fucking Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, things we were watching, just everyone just thought you go to school, you find someone you love, you get married, you create a life, and you're happy. It's not that easy though. It's really crazy. I mean, I'm a high school dropout that makes pipes for a living. I'm pretty happy. I have my days where I'm stressed, anxiety, and don't feel happy. We all do. But I look around me and I'm like, you know what? I'm not dealing with the same things as other people. So if I'm not happy, then maybe I'm just being a little baby. And I got to toughen up. That's not my advice to anyone either. It's okay to feel your emotions and be upset. And, I'm not saying be tougher, work harder. That's one way to go about it. But that may not be the best path for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody has a different way they figure things out and work through things. Just because it worked for you doesn't mean it's going to work for everyone. You can give people advice. You can tell them you did it. But I found, like, I used to tell people this is the way to do it. And now I'm saying, no, like, this is how I did it. But this isn't the only way to be successful. Like, I've been telling people lately, I used to say, work 18 hours a day, this or that, you'll be successful no matter what. And that's whatever. That might be the truth. You don't have to work your life away to be successful. I've met people recently. They're just educated. They know what they're doing. They had some good luck. They had a great idea. They found a way to be successful without working their life away. But then there's also the people that are smart like that do work like crazy as well. I'm just saying, there's not one way to do it, guys. We've said this before on other podcasts, but let's just, touch base on it again. because there's a lot of us people out there that maybe post a lot on Instagram and or whatever platform you use, and maybe you have a a bigger following, so you reach a lot of people. And if you're constantly grinding and not sharing with people that, hey, this is not the only way to do it, and people all feel that this is the only way I can do it, and maybe some people don't have enough wisdom to realize that the grinding they're doing is hurting their family, and then that thing that they learned from that person online actually ended up affecting them more in a negative way. I don't even know. My point is, take everything with a grain of salt from a lot of the influencers and people on the internet. Find parts of what they're doing that's going to benefit your life. Look at an influencer or someone on the internet, look at them like a toolbox. Take tools out of there that you see that might help you or might help you build what you're trying to work on, but don't take the whole toolbox, because some of those tools aren't necessary for your path, for what you're building. It's easy to get consumed or absorbed, or like, I don't even know what the right word is, but it's easy to get so like focused on one influencer or person that you end up trying to do everything the same as they're doing, and maybe it doesn't work out for you. And that's because you need to kind of do your own thing too. Monkey see, monkey do. We can kind of like learn from each other, but we all have to have our own little path we make. Weird episode today, guys. You're welcome. All right, let's light this joint again. Where's my lighter? I don't even know what's going on. See, this is what happens. Once you light the joint, you start smoking and talking, at least for me. It's just a thought process. There's just thoughts happening. I'm thinking about all different shit. What? It's behind the mug? It's in my hand right now. And there's another one. There's multiple lighters. This is wonderful. This one's an Ishtar lighter. That's another glass blower, I believe. I don't know all the glass blowers. Like I said, as much as I'm on Instagram, I don't scroll as much as I used to, or like lurk through people's pages, because I'm definitely one of those people that's susceptible to feeling like, and it's not all the time, but I have my moments where if I'm looking at someone's page, I'll be like, oh damn, why didn't I figure that out, or why didn't I do that first? We all have those moments. We're fucking human. So what I do is like, I'll like scroll through my main feed, but I don't go like lurking through people's pages anymore. So I don't know all the glass blowers, but I'm almost positive Ishtar is a glass blower, and I bet they kill it, because most people do kill it in their own way, one way or another. Man, the studio is way more comfy today than it was yesterday. Fuck, it was cold yesterday. Once you go inside, like after being really cold, and this is the same thing too, like if you're like someone that works out in the cold, like during the winter months, if you're like someone that, works construction or you plow or whatever the fuck you do, if you're out in the cold, as soon as you get inside and you get warm, like your body does not want to go back out in the cold again. I bet people that feel it the most are like those commercial fishermen. Like they go inside to have a lunch break from like the negative temperatures and splashing water outside. And then they like have like this little bit of food and they're like, I don't want to go back out there. I could not imagine doing that type of job. Lately, I've just been like realizing like how much more comfortable like I've been the last year of glassblowing compared to what my first 6 years of glassblowing were like. My first 6 years of glassblowing were so, the lack of ventilation and like how hot the studios were getting, like the places I'd work, it just was never set up right. And like now with this new ventilation and everything, like it's so crazy like how comfortable it is, but I'm already taking it for granted. I've had it for a year and I'm already like right now I'm recognizing it, and I did the other day, so I'm trying to like think about it again and just keep appreciating it so I don't forget and I don't continue to be grateful that what the studio's at right now compared to what it was. But man, I'm like so much more comfortable now blowing glass. It's like a totally different thing. And even my guys are so much more comfortable. Like Cormac working here, Brandon, everybody's more comfortable. It's so nice. Like my daughter like can come out into the studio and say hi and visit everybody and whatever, because everything's so clean. Like we have someone that every day they vacuum and wipe everything down and just keep everything spotless. It's just, I mean, right now it's a little messy because he wasn't here last night. Or he was here last night, but he was doing shipping. So I was like, I'll clean it, bro. And then I did my cleaning job, which was not great. I'm only good at a couple of things. And those couple of things I don't even really claim to be good at. but compared to the other things I do. But yeah, cleaning, I'm not good at cleaning, not good at organizing. I'm good at staying up late, and then I'm good at just working on like one thing and being hyper focused. That's about it. Everything else, thank God, my wife takes care of. I mean, it's crazy. It's actually terrifying to think if like I would be like a lost puppy if one day she just like disappeared or something and walked away and was like, "Oh, you take care of it all." I'd be like, "Fuck, how do we pay this bill? What's this bill even mean?" That's why like where I'm at in my life is only possible because all the people help me, and we've talked about it before, so I won't go all into it again, but it's fucking crazy. Crazy because I see people out there, they're so skilled and talented. I'm like, man, if they had like someone that like a partner, someone to help them or just take over some of those, responsibilities of that business, that person could just flourish. I think it's scary for some glass blowers or any business owner to sometimes let people into that level of your business to help you run something or help keep you organized. Because it was like what I was just talking about. If you become relying on someone and like you're like, I need this person, it can be scary if like one day that person moves on to something else and you're like, fuck, like I don't know how to do any of this. That's where I'm lucky because my wife is part of this and she's on board for all of it. So like, we're together and we're doing this together. But man, I see people out there that I mean better artists than me, and they just if they had some help, put their business on, they'd absolutely flourish. I hope people like that can find people that believe in them and want to help them build their company or build their brand or take over some responsibilities so they can just be the artist while everything else is handled by, some sort of manager. Maybe that's what we need. Maybe we need like managers in the glassblowing community. I mean, maybe there's not enough money in it right now to do that. There probably is. But if the industry was big enough, how cool would it be like if there was like management companies that basically would bring on certain glass artists and hi Stank Wolf. What are we doing? Bring on certain glass artists and help them like sell all their stuff. Actually, this is an idea my wife talked about and she's like wants to do someday, but it's one of those things that like you got to put out in the world too because someone needs to do it. But if someone made some sort of management company to take on glass blowers, like really skilled people, and be like, hey, like we're gonna like promote your stuff, we're gonna help you sell it, we're gonna keep it all shipped, organized. All you have to do is just create the art and do your best there and just focus on your art and we'll handle everything else. Because a lot of glass blowers, they do this shit by themselves. Like they do all the shipping, they're talking in the DMs, they're ordering all the materials, they're just doing everything. Literally the only thing I do is I come out and blow the glass. Like someone else orders materials, someone else cleans, someone else preps the clear, the color. But it took me years to get to that point. Honestly, I didn't want to let anyone in. And then 2 years ago when my daughter was born, I was forced to let someone in because I was like, I can't do this by myself anymore. I need to be a dad. I can't just be in the studio 18, 20 hours a day looking like a zombie. Like I need to take care of a baby and my wife. So I was forced to let people in and it was a good change. Obviously it's been a huge transition and we're still learning how to do it. I think by year 3 or 4 of having our employees, like we're going to be like a finely tuned machine. But right now we're still just trying to figure out how to put the wheels on and get this thing rolling. But we're doing it and I believe in it and I continue to work super hard so I can put the money into it. That's the big thing about us is like everything we do, and my guys that work here know that. They're like, if we get an upgrade or we need something, like Evan has to stay up all night and crush so that we can have this new thing so the studio's better and more comfortable. I would have never built the studio this nice if I didn't have people that were here working. I didn't want them working in a place that was like gross. I wanted it to be like comfy and like kind of like high-end feeling and just nice for everybody, so that everyone felt creative and comfortable and just, but also too, the guys that work here, I had them build this with me. They weren't contractors or construction guys. Like I was the one that had all that knowledge and background, but I had them here building with me. I'd show them how to build one bench and then they'd build the next one. I showed them how to do all these things. I was like, I want them to build everything with me. I want them to it'll make them love the studio even more and care about it so that we keep it nice, so that, the people that are working here, like, it's a different level. It's not just like an employee. It's like someone that believes in Bear Mountain Studios and believes in what we're trying to build. And really all we're trying to build is, like, I want to have the opportunity to make whatever glass I want when I want and share function with as many people as possible. And obviously pay my bills and give opportunity to other people. But, like, I don't want a bigger house. My house is perfect. Like, I don't want, I like, my wife's the same way. We like a little bit. We don't like, fuck, I don't even know how to say it. It's so weird. Because half the things that I'll say, if I really think about it, I'm like, you're kind of contradicting yourself because you bought that $60 a gram hash the other day when you could have got $25 a gram hash. So I don't know. But either way, we're semi-minimalist. We don't really like giant houses. Like, we have a ranch, but it's not like small, but it's not huge either. It's perfect. I don't want a huge house to clean, even though I don't clean it. My wife would be so upset if I said that. If she heard me say that, she'd be like, you don't want a house to clean? You don't clean anything. And I'd be like, I know, honey, I'm sorry. Wow. Let's do some dabs. I don't even know what we're talking about. This is fun. That GMO joint, I only smoked half of it, and it got me chatting. Oh, man. This is a beautiful piece. Mystique is one of my favorite blues to use, but we just started using it because I didn't really know how to use it before. And, I've just been learning so much over the past year about, like, sleeving color and all this stuff that now we're able to make this, like, really nice Mystique tubing. And this is actually a crushed opal fade we talked about earlier in the episode. But yeah, I love how, like, Mystique is just, like, cloudy, like, milky, but still fully transparent. It's definitely a unique color. And then that blue Stardust with the sparkle and the crushed opal, just beautiful. Someone left a pearl at my house, this ruby one, and I've been using it every day. I like it. It works a lot better than the opal. It seems to hold heat better. But these are, like, those really, like, silly, tiny, minimal differences that really do not matter at all, but we notice them. But maybe they do matter. I don't know. The other night I was in Twitch and hanging out with all the late night Twitch people. If you guys haven't been on our Twitch channel yet, check it out. There might even be a link in our bio. I have no idea. But if you can't find it, go to my Instagram. There is a link there. It's Bear Mountain Studios on Twitch. But we do, like, sessions throughout the day. We do, like, lots of live glass blowing. We're hanging out, showing product. We do giveaways on there and stuff. It's like a separate, smaller little platform right now. It's not huge, but that makes it more fun for the people that are on there because they're interacting with me directly, hanging out, asking questions, talking about pipes. They're talking to other Bear Mountain Studios collectors about what their favorite RBR is or what they like or don't like about stuff, like all that kind of shit. So it's a good way to kind of just meet people and talk about shit and watch me work. So that's our Twitch channel. But yeah, I was on Twitch the other night talking to some people, and they were saying, like, how, like, certain glass blowers that don't smoke or whatever. And I used to be like, how can you be a pipe maker and not smoke? And I don't think you need to be a pipe maker, or I don't think you need to smoke weed to be a pipe maker. For example, Evil Empire makes probably the most scientific, precise, cleanest pieces in the glass game, and I don't know if that guy smokes. He seems like he's just a really super talented scientific glass blower that blessed the pipe making community with his skill and brought us awesome glass. But I would say that one cool thing about, if you are a glass blower that does smoke, I love that when, like, you smoke your own pieces, and if you use them as your daily driver and you're smoking your own pieces, like, every day, you find these little minor things that you're like, I like that little pop there of the water, but what if we adjust this so that that pop either gets bigger or it smooths out that pop? And only a smoker that rips rigs is going to know what I'm talking about, especially with recyclers. There's, like, all these, like, little different feelings you get with all different recyclers and different pulls. And some people are like, oh, I love the way that hits. And some people are like, oh, I hate the way that recycler hits. Everyone has a different preference. So for me, being someone that does smoke his own glass all day, every day, I love that I have the ability to like keep tweaking stuff and playing with it. And I'm always like chasing the perfect hit for me. It's like, I don't know, literally that's what it is, just chasing that perfect hit, like finding how do I make like the greatest, most refined, even if it's in the simplest package ever, even if it's super basic and simple. But if it just has this hit that's almost like so consistent and unmatched that it's almost like, when you open a fucking Coca-Cola and they're the same no matter where you get one in any fucking convenience store, and it just has that hit. I don't like Coca-Cola, but I'm just trying to find like a big broad example of like, simplicity and like consistency in something that's maybe good. I don't know. I don't think our industry has maybe fully gotten that yet. I think the closest you're gonna get is like Evil Empire or like Toro or Sovereignty. Like all those guys seem like their shit's pretty like refined and it's like mega dialed. But I don't know. I'm on my own grind, my own little path trying to find my perfect hit. It's fun. The coolest thing though is when you make a pipe, you grow the weed, and then you extract it too, and then you smoke the extract through the pipe you made. That's like full circle trifecta. That's everything. And that was one of my goals in life. And I mean, I did it for years. I was growing, extracting, and smoking my glass all at the same time. It was wild. There's a handful of guys out there that do it, and you know what I'm talking about. It's awesome. Move this mic away just a little bit because this torch is kind of loud. Can move the pipe away a little bit too. But I'm going to take a dab of some, let's see what we got here. Some Flow Rider from Green Dot. That sounds good. The last like week or so, I've been smoking some BHO. I mean, I got some fire rosin and like full melt in the fridge. I got like a mini fridge in the studio now where we got the heady hash. But I've just been feeling like, I don't know, just feeling BHO the last week. Maybe I've just been feeling a little dirty or something. I don't know. I'm just kidding. BHO might be cleaner sometimes than solventless. I have no idea what I'm talking about, but I'm just having fun here. So, but this Green Dot, I gotta say, I've been smoking their BHO since 2014, and it's always been fire. Nowadays, they make the big old diamonds, and their shit just doesn't even taste like BHO. It just tastes like good hash. It's like the solvent didn't affect any of the flavor. Because, there's certain companies out there, guys, they'll have 20 different strains on the shelf. You could buy all of them and you'll take a dab of every single one and they're all going to taste the same. They're just going to taste like this like lemony BHO kind of flavor. I don't know. Maybe that's just my experience in Colorado. I haven't fucking hiked around California and smoked all the different shit there, but at least in Colorado, there's certain companies where shit just tastes pretty much the same. I feel like because they're solvent, maybe they're not cleaning their solvent enough. Maybe they're just recycling that butane so much, and certain strains are so terpy that they like stain the butane or the solvent you're using, so that like the terp on it's like just gonna go into any other extract you make. But I don't know. I'm not an extractor. Maybe an extractor listens to this podcast and can like let us know if that actually happens. If someone extracts some really terpy shit and it makes the solvent like, kind of like terped out like that, so next time you run something else, that flavor kind of goes into everything. Man, you guys like that? You like that yawn and stretch on mic? That was good. All right, let's get a scoop of hash here. Let's take a dab on this piece. I had to remake this piece. This is the second one I made. First one I made, I wasn't happy with the function, so I remade it. And my friend was like, he was shocked I was remaking it just because it's so much crushed opal and work. He's like, "You're gonna remake that?" He's like, I was like, "Yeah." He's like, "Okay." But to me, like, I have to because I'm excited about the colorway, the Mystique Blue Stardust Fade. The customer's excited about it. Like, to me, it has to come into existence. It has no choice. So we just made it happen. That's probably enough for right now. The turbo meter was supposed to be here today. I was hoping it was going to be here for the podcast, but what are you going to do? It was actually supposed to be here yesterday. Amazon's slacking on their turbo meter delivery, but they
Well, that's what they gave you.
Nah, dude. We just ordered one on Amazon, bro. We're like, fuck it. We're getting one. Dude, sometimes for me, like, it's just easier not even to ask for anything. I'm like, let me just fucking buy one. I'm like, this is petty. It's like $75. The fuck am I doing? I'm just like that, dude. I hate asking for shit. Let's turn this like that. Derps. Wow. Green Dot killing it. Wow. Yeah, they just do it right at Green Dot. Oh, those guys, they kill it. Ooh, it's a little hot still. I was gonna bring it back here, doing things like I don't know what's going on. I know my brain's not working. It's been one of those mornings. Been eating too much McDonald's lately. And I gotta stop. My body can't. For a while there, I was like, my body is like a pro. I can handle this. I can just eat McDonald's whenever I want now. I didn't for like 10 years. Then I got a breakfast sandwich like maybe 4 weeks ago, and it started in a McDonald's addiction that's just, now needs to be cut off. The body can't handle it anymore. I've been losing weight, and I think it might be because I'm dying from McDonald's. So we got to stop it. If McDonald's wants to sponsor this podcast, though, I mean, we'll take it. I'm living from McDonald's. We'll edit that dying part out. Where's my Q-tip? There it is. Wow. Okay, that Flow Rider. Let's see what they say the terp is on this, because they say on the top of these jars it's a tangerine sour fuel. I'm getting sour fuel all day. Definitely a little orange in there, but maybe I took it a little warmer. Mostly sour fuel. I cannot wait to get caught up, guys. There's a handful of you guys that listen out here that are waiting for pieces. This is one of your pieces. I'm shipping it soon, I promise. Just had to do weed through it first. As soon as I'm caught, I inhaled. I'm a. How many of us are going to die from inhaling alcohol vapor while cleaning our banger? In 10 years, there's going to be this huge wave of people that have this weird disease from inhaling iso vapor from fucking cleaning their nail. I'll be one of them. Oh my god. Oh, fuck. Oh, this is great. Oh my god, that's horrible. Okay, I need to drink some coffee. Okay, let's get back on track here. I don't even know what track I was on, though. Honestly, the alcohol hit was more than the weed. I'm feeling weird. These bright lights hitting me in some type of way. Okay, I'm trying to remember what the fuck I was talking about before the alcohol hit me. Well, we're gonna have to start a new train of thought. Here we go, folks. You ready? Let's start it. I don't have one, but I can't. Okay, I know. I remember what I was talking about now. I can't wait to get all these pieces done for you guys, because been feeling that, like I talked about a little bit last episode, but it's feeling that anxiety about being behind, and I'm getting really close. I only got 3 pieces left, and then I'm going to be back on track, and it's going to feel really good. You'll probably see my live videos start being way more frequent again. You'll probably see me be a little more bubbly. The reason the lives have been a little bit less frequent is just because I've been stressing, just feeling some stress. So I haven't been feeling as ready to just jump on the internet and share with people and hang out. I've been chilling with the late night homies a little bit, but I haven't been as active, I feel like, as I usually am. Some of the lives I've been doing, obviously, I've been just in live, but not talking, hanging out. I've just been leaving it up while I blow glass, which a lot of you guys seem to enjoy. You're kind of just hanging out and talking to each other about stuff, which is really cool. It's almost like you're using it like a Discord or something like that. Oh man, that fucking ISO hitter, guys, that alcohol hit, that freebase off that nail. I'm feeling really weird. I'll be honest with you. I can't even talk. I'm feeling dizzy. I'm slurring my words. You know what I need? Just a little GMO. It'll clean everything up, straighten it all out. Almost lost it. Almost jumped right on my mouth. Much better. Much better. We got movement. Man, I want to share the next guest, but I also don't want to jinx it. I've jinxed a couple of guests because I just haven't. I've said someone was going to be on, then shit happens and shit doesn't line up right. It's what it is. But I'm excited to do more guest episodes. Next week we have a new producer that's going to be kind of helping me and Mark do the podcast because we need some help. It's a lot of work for just me and him. It's especially a lot of work on Mark. So we can take a little workload off him. So I'm excited to introduce Ija, and we'll get crushing with him too. And hopefully we can put out more videos because we're like two producers. We should be able to do more content. So I'm just want to let you guys know that I'm working towards all that. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, guys. It feels really wild, like seeing everything that's happening on Instagram, people posting up about these fires. I don't mean to go back to it, but it's really all I can think about because before I did this podcast, I literally opened fucking Instagram, which I probably shouldn't have, scrolled and saw like a bunch of glass blowers that I look up to and people that like just like seem like really good people. I don't know any of them personally, but they're people I look up to, and I'm seeing all their studios burn to the ground, and I'm like, holy fuck. And it's distracting me a little bit, this episode. And you guys are going to notice it probably a little bit, but it's definitely distracting me a little bit this episode, just thinking about all those, you know, when you see when you're seeing like 6, 7, 8 glassblower studios that have burnt down. This is what my wife said. She's like, you're seeing that many glassblower studios burnt down? She's like, think of how many people's homes in between there. And I'm like, holy fuck, you're right. Like, it's just nuts. I hope that some positive things come up soon. Hopefully this isn't just the trend of 2020. Bane. We've been fighting this ear infection with Bane. It's not like this like thing that's like gross, but he just seems like his ears are uncomfortable. So we keep giving him this medicine. It doesn't seem to be working. So I don't know what the fuck to do for him. Might have to go back to the vet, huh, bub? He just got groomed the other day and he looks like so much smaller. He was pretty gross there for a little bit. He was all quarantined out, all matted and chilled. Okay, let's take another dab. Bro, you got to back up though, my guy. We got Heady Glass on the table. Okay. Bane, not right now. Okay, sweet. Gotta watch out for him because he'll literally just jump up on the table. He'll like a piece will go flying. I make them thick though. Most of these pieces are have been tested by a German Shepherd. But dude, you gotta just chill out. He is like you guys probably came in here, but he's fucking just moaning behind me. All right, well, I'll tell you what, guys. I hope that next week we have some fun, more positive things to be talking about because usually that's how this is. But I was really thrown off this morning by everything. And I was still excited just to come hang out and do the podcast and stuff. But let me try to think of something positive, though, that's not going to get me on a tangent of negative stuff. Because that's not what we're here for. Because we're going to take this last dab and we'll try and finish this out on something semi-positive. Okay. I need a minute, though, because I'll be honest with you. I'm fucking digging. I have no idea. I'm like, I don't know if I even have anything positive. We talked about that last episode. See, it becomes redundant. Maybe the positive things, there's a little less of them than the negative things going on sometimes. Well, I got lots of positive things. We got hash. We got a new nail. This piece worked out. I remade it last night, and I'm really stoked that it turned out good because I have a customer that's been super patient waiting. My kid's healthy. My family's good. There's stuff. Sometimes you gotta just look at the, really everything. We can easily become selfish sometimes and just focus on like all the things that we're not happy about. But if you look at the big picture, as long as you got a roof over your head, maybe you got some food, even if you don't have that, man, I don't even know. You can get really bare minimum as long as you're alive. You can go that basic. But for me, I got a lot to be happy about. But I feel like sometimes it's hard to like sit around and be happy and grateful if you're seeing a lot of people suffering. I don't know. Let's just keep smoking hash though, right? Hope you guys are going to have a good day though. Hopefully my vibe didn't throw it off. I'm stoked on the tie-dye pre-sale though. Thank you everybody that like supported that. I'm like really stoked how many people ordered tie-dyes. You never know. Tie-dyes aren't for everybody. Some people aren't about them. We have a new shirt that's coming out before Halloween, but it's like kind of like a fall, like Halloween kind of shirt. It's just going to be a black shirt, but it has this really cool like print on it that our graphic designer made. My wife is going hard in the paint, just working on all different stuff. So we're trying to just have like fun merch for like the podcast people and the people that want to support Bear Mountain Studios and what we're trying to build here. So I'm excited to share that shirt with you too. And all those tie-dyes, I think now that the pre-sale will be ending like today probably, all those tie-dyes, I think it's 2 weeks from today because that's what I believe they told us. It'll take them 2 weeks to fulfill. And then we can get everyone's stuff shipped out. So appreciate you guys that supported that. It was a really fun project to do with some friends. And I haven't taken the hoodie off. Literally, like I have like 3 other Bear Mountain hoodies and they're exactly what I thought I'd want to wear. They're just black with like a cool thing on the back. But for some reason, I like this one. I think because it matches my glasses and it makes my eyes look nicer because I have blue eyes. So it makes them pop. But just being honest with you guys, I'm stoked on it though. I'm gonna get a second one too, like I said, because I know I've gotten so close to burning this one already because I've been blowing glass in it for the last 3 days. Oh shit, we're gonna miss this. We're going over the mic. Oh yeah, this is gonna be perfect. I think we need to get my dad on some Zoom calls or something. Missing that dude already. We're going to buy him some plane tickets, hopefully get him out here for Christmas. And we can do like a little holiday episode. Get some Joe Natos going. The word storms. Man. That was good, This piece fucking shreds. It's the color though is really what for me is like I knew how the function was going to go, but I really did not know how the color was really going to flow together, and I'm really proud of how it came out. Cormac did these fades. I'm really proud of him. He's working very hard, and even if sometimes people don't come to work on time or they miss days, whatever, I see the passion there with him, and I see that like he loves doing this, and like if like he comes in late one day, it's not because he's trying to do something shitty to someone. It's because he probably just, hey, we all oversleep sometimes. Hey, sometimes we forget to warm up the car. Life happens. You need to pick and choose your battles, guys. Make sure you don't like attack someone before you really think about it. Think about that ripple effect. It's like throwing a rock in the pond. When a rock hits the water, ripples go out in every direction. Really choose how you interact with people. Pick and really think about how your interaction is going to ripple out and affect other people. Even if you think you're right, just because you're right doesn't mean you need to let everybody know. You can be right privately. Publicly right is usually ego-based unless you're trying to bring up like probably some sort of injustice or something to like, I don't even know. But even then saying like, I said it first, I did it. That's a tough one. It's for me, I always see like my 2-year-old when people start doing that stuff. I see a bunch of babies. All right. Sweet. Well, guys, weird episode, but I appreciate all you guys that hang out with me. We're going to do a lot of these, so there's going to be some that get a little wild like this, and wild by wild, I mean weird. But it was fun. I'm sure there's gonna be a few of you out there that really enjoy it, and maybe strike some sort of commonality with me in there and how I'm looking at things or feeling about things. Who knows? But make sure you check out bmsglass.com. Get in those pre-orders for the tie-dyes before it ends today. We also have the mood mats and stickers and all that fun stuff on there. We got new stuff dropping all the time. Make sure you guys subscribe to our channel. It really does help. Like this video. Only if you liked it, though. I understand if you didn't. I have mixed feelings about it as well, and I was here for the whole thing. I don't even know what happened. But this is the What's Up Everybody podcast. I really appreciate all you guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next week.